Well, hello, beautiful people, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I just want to say Merry Christmas, and I want to wish you a prosperous, wonderful, amazing, successful 2025. This is a video that is just going to be me saying thank you so much. It's just going to be me wishing you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. My name is Tani Samai, and I talk all things relating to business, making money, and the family life. All right. I am so, I don't know, I'm a bit emotional. At the same time, I'm excited. At the same time, it's time to reflect on the year that has gone past. It's a time of mixed emotions, but it's festive season. It's really really exciting. But I think what I want to really really say in this video is thank you to everyone who has supported me throughout 2024, everyone who has subscribed to my channels, has followed my programs, to my customers that have, been amazing throughout all my different businesses as an entrepreneur. It's been quite overwhelming. It's been quite exciting. It's been amazing. I'm truly, truly grateful. With this video, I want to say thank you. I want to acknowledge that without your support, I wouldn't be where I am today without your continued commitment to supporting every little thing that I do. I wouldn't be where I am today. And I truly, truly want to say thank you, thank you. And may the Lord God continue to bless everything that you do. May He grant you your heart's desires. May He prosper you in your different endeavors that, you go for in this life. When I was starting out in the social media space and then putting my business online, I remember the very first time that I was, to go live. I was so afraid. I was so anxious. I was like, what am I doing? And the imposter syndrome was holding me down. It was a mess. But it's been a journey. It's been amazing. And I think I need to start acknowledging that this for me is more than just, creating content. It's more than just assisting people. It's more than just, bringing solutions. It's more than just, my passion and my love for the small business ecosystem, but it's more of a calling. It's more of a calling. I am called to be in the small business space or the business space, the entrepreneurship space. I am called for it. And one thing that you can do for me is to continue praying for me. Pray that I get more wisdom. Pray that I get more strength. Pray that I get more favor, more ideas, more strategies, strength to my body, because doing this is not easy. It's most of the time. Or sometimes you get so tired because of the other things that I do off camera that when I get to camera, I'm like, oh my word, I can't do this today. But you know what? I have to remember that I have to deliver on this because it's a calling for me. It's more than just a passion. It's more than just helping people. It's truly a calling. It's more aligned to my purpose, and I am praying to God every day as well for guidance, for doing it the way I was predestined to do it, and to make sure that at the end of the day, like in my heart, I want to see so much transformation in people that get into the business space. What I also want to see, especially in 2025, is more younger people. I'm still in the young category. I'm very, very young. Some people say, yeah, as young as you feel. So I'm very, very young, and I want a lot of people to see business as an opportunity that they can explore and not give up on their dreams just because, you can't get a job or there's no employment in our country. Business is an option that we can explore. And there are two main areas that I've explored. It's business and integrating the online space into business. I remember a couple of years ago pitching this idea to a director, like someone that is like very, very powerful in the small business space. And they just told me, no, that idea will never work. And I think it was so amazing for me. I'm really going to rant on this video. Please forgive me. It's my ranting video. It was really amazing for me. I was shocked. I was hurt. I didn't understand. I knew I had this vision and I knew it could be doable. And I think those words, helped me to actually do it myself. And if I can tell you today, I run my businesses completely online. And when I say online, I mean that I'm able to run sustainable businesses, use integrating entrepreneurship, the ideas that I have to sell things, products, services. I just integrate social media, I integrate the online world, I integrate digital marketing into it, and I've seen the success. It would be so lovely if this could also be seen by other people, because sometimes the resources that are needed for you to start kinds of businesses like the ones I'm running are almost somewhat readily available. It's not easy though. It's a journey that you must allow yourself to go into, and you must walk that journey for a while. Understand that results come later, but if you keep the focus, if you keep the commitment, if you're determined, you're gonna be okay. But what I've also realized is that it's now spilled over to other small businesses, and the great impact. When you're doing things physically, you cannot get the message out as much as you can. When you do, like, because of resources, because of time, like just looking at time, just the resource of time, you might not be able to get certain important messages and give them as enough mileage as you do when you're using social media. So it's been quite an amazing space for me, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to serve, because I consider myself as here to serve, even though in 2025, I'm going to be establishing a lot of boundaries. I think because I was also finding myself in the whole process and finding what I love, finding what works, separating emotions from logic and all, and that whole journey, I allowed I allowed my focus to not really be around boundaries. But I think now I'm at that stage where I can be able to set, healthy boundaries to say, this is how we engage going forward. I am so expectant for the year that's coming up. If I can tell you, I've already secured business for next year, and I'm like, like this is so amazing. Like it's so exciting. The whole journey is it's just so much fun. It's just so much fun. At the same time, I'm able to live, and I wish other people would be able to also take things like these up for themselves and just sustain yourself. Just do something that will change your life. So 2025, I've got so many expectations. I also want to be honest with you. As people that follow me, there are parts of me that I haven't shown or expressed in this journey, And if you listen to my intro, my name is Thandisa Mahe, and I talk all things relating to business, making money, and the family life. There's a lot of other content that I want to bring that expresses those parts of me. I like to talk about life issues as well. I love the idea of marriage. I am married 11 years now. I love the idea of family. I'm a Christian. So there are other aspects that I want to bring through in the year 2025. Because and this is purely the reason why. It's because obviously I love all of those things, but at the same time, you are a business person, but you need to be a functional business person. Your life has got many different aspects to it, and there needs to be a balance. I know that I'm unfair when I'm saying a balance, because it's so hard to balance things out, and most people believe that you will never get a balance. But after I have done business, okay, let me say, before I do business, I'm a person, right? So there are other things that relate to the person. And before I do business, I'm a wife. I am a wife. Before I do business, I am a mother to 3 beautiful children, Before I do business, I'm raising a family, And after hours, after I'm done with business, I need to go be a mother. I need to go be a wife. I need to go be a sibling. I need to go be a child. I need to be in family, I need to. So we cannot live our lives as business people as if it's like this narrow only business space that we need to exist in. It's not like that. And if you're doing it like that, it's very toxic and unhealthy. And we can tend to be robotic, I think I also want to focus on that space as well, so that I do not forget. It's a grounding and a reminder that I need to play all the different parts in just a nice, melody and in harmony, and I think if and I know it's that element is more of something that can catch us off guard. And if you're not intentional about guarding your family as a business person, you will be successful and be on top alone. And then you're going to be lonely. Excuse me. Because success, all of success and the journey towards attaining success is lonely as it is, because you have to eliminate a lot of things. But if you can balance everything out so that when you get to the top, you are whole. And it's just a creation thing. You can have all the money in the world, but you can never replace human interaction with money. I know that could be controversial, and people can say no, you can. But to be honest, when we're being honest with ourselves, or according to my perspective, I want it all. I want to have a balanced family. I want to have well-raised children. I want to have a husband. I want to have a partner, I want to be a successful businesswoman. I want it all. And I think the reason why I've integrated that aspect in my intro that says, and the family life, is because I want us to do this thing well, all of it. And also discuss the challenges that come with being a successful woman, or a man, like being a successful business person, and the other demands around you, like family, children, spouses, and all that. How do we handle those things, the realities around those things? I want you to start having those kind of conversations as well, and talking on those topics as well, because it needs to be in balance. It cannot be that. And I know if I were to be told that, Tandy, you can put your family away, you can put everything else away and just focus on business, I know I would excel, but I don't want to be that person. That's not what I want to be. And I imagine that other people might not want to be in that space. No, I want it all. I want my family with me. I want my success with me. I want it all. So 2025 is going to be an interesting year. And I would like for you to do me a huge favor in the comment section. Just highlight areas that you want me to cover, that you would want me to talk about, that you'd want me to bring guests and talk about. Just highlight those areas for me. I really, really value your input, and I do not want to drive this ship alone. I want us to drive it so that it satisfies all of us, in the business ecosystem, especially focusing on the small business space. And also in 2025, I am considering doing a podcast. You have been on my neck about it, so I am considering that. That's a project I'll probably explore for 2025 as well. And I'm going to be bringing a whole lot more experts as well, people who are well versed in certain areas in the business space, but in balance, the raw business side of things, but the person that is a business person needs to be okay. The family, all of that needs to be okay. And I'll also touch on my religion, my belief. I'm a Christian, and there are certain things that in fact, that is my foundation. Let me put it like that. That is my foundation. It's important that as a business person you have a foundation, because that is what is going to sustain you in the long run. If you don't have a base, what are you standing on? You need to stand on something. And for me, my base is just it's God. That's my base, and that is where I draw strength from. So yeah, this is a very ranty video, but I wanted to just say, don't forget to have fun during this season, this period where you're with family. I'm also going to be going on holiday. I usually go on holiday in January, because you can never be an entrepreneur and go on holiday in December unless you plan it well. But I always feel like if I go on holiday in December, number one, it's too busy. I need quiet, peace and quiet. So if it's too busy, I feel I don't rest. So I need quiet. So let everyone be busy. When they're done, then I go. At least it's like much more peaceful and quiet and serene, and I can think and come up with ideas and strategize and things like that. But at the same time, a lot of people are spending in December. So as entrepreneurs, we need to strategically position ourselves to capture that spend. It also helps in your startup during the year. Like starting the year then becomes great for you if you spend the time of December just collecting, and also use some of that money to go on a holiday with your family. So let's enjoy ourselves. Let's spend enough time with our family. Most importantly, let's rest. This is another just huge topic that I could also cover, because as business people, we never rest, and it's important to be intentional about taking time out and resting. It is the most difficult thing I ever have to do. Just resting for me is it's so hard. And I think when you're driven, it really is hard. But we need to consider our systems. This is flesh. We are made of flesh. This is a human body. So even though our minds are operating as on superhero mode, we need to always take care of our bodies, so there's a lot of rest that we need to take in between, take those little breaks. It's so hard. I remember recently this year, I ended up crashing like at some point, and my body was just not functioning, and the doctor said, you need to take time out, and I'm giving you like, go to bed rest, just be in bed. I said, okay, I understand. And, I did it to the best of my ability, because by day 2, I was feeling like, I'm okay now, I'm fine. By day 3, I was literally starting to be frustrated. So that is how, as business people, we are wired. Sometimes we just want to push. We just want to grind. We just want to hustle. And it's fulfilling for us. Like, that's where we live, that's where we thrive. But we need to rest. But I was able to talk to myself into, calming down, at least not opening the laptop during that period. But I did take my tablet. It was not as great as it was supposed to be, but I did, talk to myself, back to my senses, logically, and be like, you need to stop. And I did, and I recovered. I was okay, So, we need to take time and rest, and I will be taking some time in January and resting. So probably this is my last video that I'm going to be doing for this year. And I don't think I'll be doing any videos in January. I will see, because sometimes we can be very spontaneous as creatives. I consider myself a creative. So as a creative, sometimes I could have high energy, and I'm like, okay, I'm okay. And I've got an idea, and I'll just shoot that content. But I'm going to be taking some time to rest in January. So if you don't receive any videos in January, know that I'm just resting. It might happen spontaneously that you then see another video, but officially this is my last video until about Feb, right? So yeah. And you know what? There's a lot that I have around planning already. Planning for the new year, strategizing around the new year. How do you create a proper plan to get into the new year? Your mindset for the new year. There's a lot of content I'm already, working around. I don't know when I'm gonna shoot it, but whenever I get a chance, I am gonna shoot that content and bring it to you. But I also in 2025 I want to express the person as well. So that's going to be integrated into my content as well. And I hope you can receive it with love. Otherwise, I know I could talk forever. I was born to talk. Like, my greatest tool is my mouth. And the interesting thing is that other people have over the years made me feel like actually the greatest problem for me is my mouth. But I think it's that notion of having a tool but not knowing that you have the tool. Maybe it was still at my unconscious incompetence. But now that I've come to understand that, man, one of my greatest tools is my mouth. And yeah, I will use it. I shall speak, and I shall speak live to everyone that comes into my path, that we cross paths with. But anyway, cross paths with. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Do have a Merry Christmas, a prosperous New Year. God knows that I wish you nothing of the best. As the people that support me, as the people that are always in my corner, as the people that get value from what I do, as the people that are always showing up and complimenting me and saying thank you and appreciating the efforts that I put. I pray that next year I can be able to increase in everything that I do better, grow more, develop and fine tune my skills even more, so that you get to experience the very, 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 very bestest. if there's any English word like that, but the very, very bestest. I really, really, and I love you so much. I love you so much. I appreciate all of you. And yeah, have a wonderful time. Thank you for your support in 2024. And I hope we are going to walk together again in 2025. Otherwise, that's all from me for today. Until next time, stay absolutely blessed.